Cruise to spin, cruise to spin, cruise to spin.
Sorry, I'm here. Why is the YouTube chat full of fishes? Like, chat, what's going on? Why you fish? Like, did I miss something? Twitch chat is all like, hi everybody, everyone's so cute. And then YouTube chat is like, fish. I feel like I missed an inside joke or something. I had to have missed something here. Right? Chat is very cute today. Chat's cute every day. Right, chat? All right, chat, we will not have like an insane intro today because I want to get through as much of the game as possible today because I have a deadline. We have to finish this game before, and I think we have 4 streams. We have today, Friday, Monday, and Tuesday. And then I think I'm doing a mini sponsored stream on Thursday, and I can do an extra stream on Wednesday as well. But we got to finish it because I'm leaving for a family vacation. My family's coming here to visit me. So I'm gone for a week, which is a little scary. I think we can finish it.
30 months and this cockshoe in an Ace Attorney game Sag.
Mecca, thank you so much for the 30-month resub. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. You miss Cockshoe in your Ace Attorney game. I, too, miss looking at every cock and nanny. Yes. Uh-huh. Thank you. All right, y'all. We're going to jump right into it today. So not like... No, we don't got time to yap. We only have time to play video games, okay? This is a very serious Professor Layton and Phoenix Wright stream. If this game seems to hold up the same kind of pattern, so we go from like having trial to having investigation plus puzzles on the Layton side, and it kind of seems to be flip-flopping right now. And I've been doing like a whole set for each stream. So yesterday we weren't able to finish like the investigation part, so we didn't make it like to the next trial part. Assuming that this game is working the same way for the rest of it. But, so yeah, we have like a whole part and a half to get through. You played this game years ago, so I'm excited to see your reactions. Oh, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Straight to business today, chat. We have puzzles to solve. We have trials to somehow win. Thanks to the power of whatever the fuck Phoenix Wright is, because he is definitely not a human being. All right. We got our little recap. Yesterday? Tuesday. We managed to cross the guard post and make our way through the garrison before meeting the storyteller. Mr. Wright and Maya should be meeting up with Espella at this very moment. I wonder if they were able to find out any more information about... Oh, shit. I'm ready. I'm prepared, chat. Yeah, yesterday was a big Persona 4 day. My goodness. Okay, right. We were talking to this new character, and we were investigating the alchemist that died 30 years ago. That's where we left off. The town is over there, and it's the opposite direction of from the bell tower. A pretty view like this makes you forget all about witches and murders. First hint coin, not even a problem. Books and documents are all neatly placed on the shelves. Grey Earl is a very tidy person. Maybe Jean? I don't know. I'm gonna say Jean. Maybe Jean can teach me some alchemy wow, I can't talk. Alchemy and you how to keep your desk tidy. Oh, I get it. Oh my gosh, I could not understand this fucking sentence. Good morning, everybody! I'm waking the fuck up right now. All right, second hint coin. We have one more to find. Is that a mini bar? What's inside all those bottles? Probably poison. Maya, don't drink it! Who knows what strange mixtures the alchemist kept in those bottles? Good evening, streamer. Oh, we're having a time this morning. Oh, what's this? It's like wet on the ground. The floor's been singed. Oh, burned. Ooh. The legendary fire didn't even spare the alchemist's house. Why would the legendary fire manifest itself just in this room? Grey Girl probably dropped a candle. Dropping a candle does that much damage? I love that audio. You like... Good. I hope you like it because you're going to be hearing it probably thousands of times in this playthrough. Oh. As I mentioned a moment ago, I know very little about this matter. As a matter of fact, it might be better to ask the Inquisitors. I can tell you about one thing, though, namely what occurred before the incident. Oh, wait. Didn't I give him, like, a Nurge voice? I was trying to give him somewhat of a Nurge voice, so we're gonna go back to that. Before the incident?
Yes. It was 3 months ago, around the time that Master Belduke was murdered.
We were on our way back from collecting specimens for research, and it was already into the small hours of the morning.
Okay.
There was a thunderstorm on the way, and as the storm drew nearer, we quickly made our way home.
Whoa! Huh? Whoa, 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 whoa. Am I watching this in reverse? Huh?
Anyone would have been surprised at what we saw. But Master Belduke, well, how can I put this?
Yeah, we saw the same thing, right? Like, they definitely played that in reverse. The flames went up the other way and took away the tower, but the tower is there now. Oh my god. It's a witch!
He reacted in a most peculiar way. Unlike others who saw it, he seemed unsettled, as if he was truly afraid of something.
What the heck?
After that bell tower appeared, he changed completely. Master Belduke became a different man.
I would too, I think. Oh, wait a second. Did you just say a bell tower appeared? Hey, that explains it. That must be what High Inquisitor Darklaw meant when she mentioned an incident involving the bell tower.
To this day, I do not know what the Master was so afraid of.
Do you think it was connected in some way to his death?
I think it must have been magic. I mean, for a bell tower to just appear like that?
Mr. Grey Earl, do you mind if we have a look around? I know that the Inquisitors have already carried out a full investigation, but there just might be a clue or two with some kind of connection to the Great Witch.
Well, I suppose. Providing I'm allowed to accompany you, of course. There is sensitive equipment everywhere, and it's my responsibility to take care of it.
I understand. We'll be careful. I wonder how the Professor and Luke are doing with their visit to the Storyteller. Yeah, I've been wondering about that too. A chance to meet Labyrinthia's creator. Let's just hope they don't upset the guy and have some terrible plot twist written about them. That'd only happen if it was you that visited the Storyteller, Nick. The Professor would never let anything like that happen. I've got a feeling that they'll come back with some pretty useful leads. We have to do our best too, Nick. Let's keep up our side of the investigation. Got it, Maya. We're all in this together. We're all in this together. Come on, let's see what we can find. I can't believe I just did that. That's the spirit! Woo! I'm so sorry, chat. All right, mysteries. We got a new one. Yeah, the fucking bell tower. What the hell? The bell tower in the town square is under continuous guard. Could this be related to in some way to the death of the alchemist? Yeah, that's so weird. So the bell tower just appears after being struck by lightning. Huh? Maybe Master Belduke died because they thought that he was the Great Witch. I'm gonna say it.
The Great Witch will be tried in court?
That would be Labyrinthia's final chapter. A fitting end for a town ruled by witches and their magic. Am I to believe that this final chapter has already begun? That is correct. And there is no way you could possibly change its final outcome. I wonder about that. You see, I gave my word to a young lady. I promised that without fail I would be able to rescue her. If I'm not mistaken, the Great Witch trial will begin in 2 weeks' time, the same day on which you would hold your next parade. I believe that should give us sufficient time to show you what we can do. Such a smug countenance. I find it intolerable. I beg your pardon? Damn, bro. 2 weeks from now, you say? I'm afraid that information is out of date, Herschel Layton. Out of date? What do you mean? My parade will be held the day after tomorrow, according to the amended story.
What? The day after tomorrow? That's not fair!
Now that's the kind of countenance I want from the characters in my story.
What?
That's what I do, didn't you know? I decide the fate of characters who have no knowledge of their future. It would appear that you are not yet fully aware of the gravity of the situation. Let me see now. Just for fun, I'll write you a little story. A story full of surprises and a few tears. I shall enjoy seeing the emotions of the characters as they play their part.
A story for us?
Stories are a fixture of this town. You would be wise to embrace them. Let's see. I think we'll need a stimulating incident. We shall have a witch, some witchcraft, and perhaps a little death.
What?
This guy's just an asshole. He's playing God. Like, I could just, like, rush your character ending. I can make things just make no sense. 2 weeks of character development? Fuck your character development. No, we're doing this. You are developing right here, right now, and if you don't develop, you just die. And I decide that you die. Death. You can't. But I can. Let me see. This is a golden opportunity to use the alchemist's residence. How about this? Your comrade meets with death by golden curse in the alchemist's residence. What? This could be a truly interesting story.
No way!
Feel free to act as you wish when playing your role in the story.
How can you?
Why does he need to be an asshole? That's what I want to know. The beginning of a new tragedy or farce. Dude, I don't understand. Like, what crawled up this guy's asshole to make him such an asshole? I don't get it. Like, why are you going to kill your daughter? Why are you this evil? I don't get it. Why are you writing death? What is the point? Is it just because you're on a power trip and you're like God and you're like, oh, well, if something's not written in my storybook and I didn't write it, well, I gotta shut that shit down. I gotta be the ruler, man. I can't have people thinking they can change their own fate. I wrote that shit. Like, what the hell's up? What the heck? That's all messed up. What is the reason? The victim of a golden curse lies in the dwelling of a user of false alchemy. A man from afar falls to a golden curse, and a woman from afar cries out in grief. The woman is captured. Her dark trial begins. The fiery pit will cleanse all her sins.
What the hell? A man from afar falls to a golden curse, and a woman from afar cries out in grief. This must be referring to Maya and Mr. Wright.
If we don't do something, Mr. Wright and Miss Fay will be in danger. There's no time to lose, Luke. Let's go and find them.
Right you are, Professor.
The story has already been written. And no matter what you do, you will not change the result. I do not agree. What we do next can change the future in any number of ways. I'm sure that's what you want to believe. In fact, a naive outburst like that could be a poignant plot point. Please be my guest. Your words may help to raise the tension and bring a little excitement to my story.
You monster!
Luke, now's not the time. We need to help Mr. Wright and Maya.
Okay, let's go, Professor. Better hurry.
Oh my god, a friend's death added to items. What? I don't want that in my items! Get that out! Broski!
Professor, do you hear a flapping sound coming this way?
The sound of a large bird, perhaps.
What?
That's an owl! That's his owl.
That's the owl that we saw in the audience room.
It's holding a letter in its mouth, not to mention watching us intently.
Perhaps he wants to tell us something. I'll try talking to him to see what he wants. What can we do for you? I've got it, Professor. Hoot, that's the owl. Says the letter was delivered to the storyteller 3 months ago.
What? To the storyteller? If that's so, then we can't very well keep it. After all, it's wrong to read letters addressed to someone else. Yeah, it's not very gentlemanlike.
That's what the owl said. But he also said there's absolutely nothing written on the sheets of parchment inside the envelope. Look, Professor, see, they're totally blank.
A letter with nothing written on it. That is indeed most curious.
And another thing, Professor. The owl says that this letter was sent by the alchemist.
Whoa. Yo, why is this story like so poppin' right now? There's a lot of good mystery going on. What's that, my boy? Written by the alchemist. Do you remember what the storyteller wrote in that story that he penned a moment ago? A victim of a golden curse lies in the dwelling of a user of false alchemy. Which probably means the place at which the incident will occur
is the home of the one who sent this letter. In other words, at the alchemist's house, right, Professor?
It appears the address of the sender, Sir Belial, is written on the envelope. Which means we had better make our way there immediately.
Thanks, Mr. Who.
Wait, so the owl is helping us out? The address on the envelope is somewhere near the town square.
That's a little far from here, Professor. We might not make it in time. I think we better run.
Luke, my boy, we have the need to rent a steed.
I think you're right, Professor. That would be far quicker than running.
Yo, let's go! Dude, Layton knows how to ride that horse. Quickly, Luke, there's no time to lose. Dude, riding a horse for a kid that young? Running? Like, full-on galloping? That's very terrifying. Luke probably would die.
Easy, boy. This horse is certainly spirited.
Oh my gosh. No, I remember the one time I rode a horse and we just did a canter. And I felt like I was gonna fall off the fucking horse. Like, it wasn't even a full-on run. I was holding on literally for my life. I feel like if I let go, I would have died or like been seriously injured. I can't imagine being Luke's age and trying to ride a horse while it's running. Like, they're terrifying.
Say, Nick, have you noticed how the color of that wall is different from all the other walls in the room?
I think I've investigated enough crime scenes by now to notice something as obvious as that, Maya.
I'm embarrassed to admit it, but actually there was a small fire here a while ago. It was my fault. The wall ended up a little bit more singed in the process.
Now that you mention it, there are some signs of a fire on the floor there too.
Yes, that's correct. Anyway, I decided to paint the wall myself.
Looks like Mr. Grey Earl is way handier with his herbs than with a paintbrush. Rebellion! Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. That is a spoiler though.
I let a candle set fire to some dry straw. In all my time as a butler, I've never made such a major blunder.
Nah, it's not that bad. You're being a little hard on yourself.
That's right, it's not so bad.
You think that's bad? You should see Nick try and do the laundry. Now that's a major blunder. Okay, that was one time. Anyways.
Let's go check out Mr. Belduke's study.
While we're here, could you show us around your room a little, Mr. Grey Earl?
Of course, if it will bring you any closer to finding the truth, be my guest. However, as the Knights of the Inquisition have ordered that the crime scene be left undisturbed, I must ask that you refrain from touching anything while you're in the study.
Sure, we'll be careful. Okay, so we're going into the study now. I feel like, man, there is a lot going on in this room.
I got a little careless and failed to properly extinguish the fire. I painted the wall green so as to cover the discoloration caused by the fire.
Are you sure about that? Grey Earl, what if you're the Great Witch? Huh? I don't know if I trust Jean Grey Earl, okay? I don't really trust this guy. Okay, we got all that. All right, to the study.
Hey, look, Nick! They're on the floor! It's one of those whatchamacallits. You know, a crop circle, right?
That's an alchemist circle, Maya. We're not in a wheat field. Dude, no. There's Witch Hat Atelier literally everywhere I look, bro.
I'm sorry to repeat myself, but please be sure not to touch anything.
You heard it, Maya. That means keep your hands to yourself.
No problem. I'll just do the touching with my eyes.
With your eyes? That's a weird statement. Guys, look! I knew that this game was actually Witch Hat Atelier all along. Look at the magic circle. I'm so cooked. God damn it, dude.
Oh, that's a magic circle. It's neatly drawn and sure looks magical.
I guess that's the kind of stuff you're into, being a spirit medium. A curiously shaped implement, no idea what it would be used for. That is definitely a butt plug.
This could be a device for turning bread into gold. Maya! What the hell? Huh.
It looks like a load of white powder has been scattered around the desk. About this white powder, has it been here since the incident?
That's right. It was just like this when I was entering the room. Entered the room on the morning following the incident. I've left it this way ever since. I guess someone must have dropped a container full of some medicine. Please try not to walk in it. You may leave footprints. Now that you said it, all I want to do is leave little old footprints all over the place. It'll be like, Maya was here!
Yeah. Maya was here!
Hey, that's a pretty little picture over there. We could use a picture like this in the back of our office, don't you think? We could hang it right next to Charlie. What is it, Nick?
The wall behind this picture frame. Yeah.
Oh, that! It seems like there's some kind of green mark on the wall just by the painting.
I wonder if there's something hidden behind this painting.
Hey, Nick, look at this. The wall behind the painting, it's painted green. Is there a problem?
No problem. This could be some kind of a clue. We're getting a lot of items, that's for sure. The wall behind the little painting has been painted green. Grey Earl does not understand. That's a globe of the night sky.
The alchemist was also an astronomer, or maybe he was just into astrology.
What a room, man. I guess I should talk to Jean at this point. I think that's the only thing left. What's the matter, Mr. Grey Earl?
Oh, it's, actually, it's that pendant. I must say, I find it fascinating.
You mean this old thing?
It's called a Magatama. Magatama?
Yep. You could say it's kind of like my source of power, I guess.
I understand. Stones are often charged with energy, after all.
The pendant you're wearing is pretty neat, too.
It's such a mysterious color. Oh, this? It's an amethyst. Master Belduke asked me to wear it.
An amethyst?
The amethyst brings about good vibrations in an alchemy sense.
It does? Mr. Grey Earl?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just remembering Master Belduke. He gave me this stone and accepted me as his assistant alchemist. But now, Master, he's such as the order of the natural world.
Seems like Grey Earl really misses him. Oh. And I just accused him of being a great witch. Chad, I need to go on Reddit and be like, am I the asshole? He must have really respected Sir Belduke. Well, I think we've just about investigated everything we can for now.
But we didn't find any leads on the Great Witch.
Oh, Mr. Grey Earl?
Yes, what is it?
Is there anywhere else you can think of where we might find more clues?
Let me see. Well, there is a cellar under this study. That's where the master kept his research materials.
A cellar under this room?
Yes, there's a trapdoor in the floor leading down to the cellar.
A room containing Belduke's research materials. Doesn't this seem like a little relevant? Like something that should have been mentioned like 5 minutes ago? 5 years ago? If you don't mind, I'd like to have a quick look at that room.
I see. Very well. If you'll please just wait a moment. That ladder leads down into the cellar, but be careful. It's rather dark down here.
It looks like it might be a little cramped down there, too.
That's true. Perhaps it's a little bit small for the both of you all at once. Okay, Nick, this seems more like your kind of thing anyway.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I guess you're just more suited to small, dark, damp places. What?
I'm not a rat, you know.
Come on,
Listen, you know that's not what I mean. I'll just stay up here and snoop around for some clues. It's not snooping, Maya. It's investigating. Anyway, you do that. I'll be right back. Yay! Way to go, Nick! What?
Well, I should return to my room. Please, give me a call as soon as you both have finished.
Okay, got it. Did someone say ladder? Yeah. No, it's a step ladder. What the hell? This is quite a room. Looks awesome. It's a little chilly down here. Doesn't look like it's been used much. The air is so musty and stale. Anyway, better hurry up and take a look around. Hurry up? I'm gonna take my good ass fucking time down here. What the hell is this? Plenty of sketches and drawings, nothing useful for us. Look at that hint coin. Wait, where'd it go? Damn, that was a tiny one. They even got a well? What the heck? Huh. Well, 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 if this isn't a well. Looks like it's still in use, too. I'm guessing you need quite a bit of clean water for alchemy. Come to think of it, I haven't noticed any plumbing here in Labyrinthia. Wait, why would you notice plumbing, though? Like, it's a sewer system underneath the city, Phoenix. You're not gonna notice that shit. The poor potted plants are starting to wither. I'm gonna get some water for them. You are? What's that doll? Looks like Sir Belduke studied alchemy here, too. I don't see anything medicine-like, but there sure is a lot of equipment. This desk is pretty messy, not a speck of dust, though. I guess Grey Earl must be cleaning it. There's a wooden box by the desk filled with all kinds of junk. A doll is peeping out of the box. I wonder if it was left by a little girl who was one of the doctor's patients. That's a weird thing to say. What's this, a map? They remind him of Charlie. I know, he wants to water the plant. Ah! Long live Charlie. Looks like a sculpture of a goat, I think. Something about it gives me the creeps. Wait a second, is this thing is completely made of gold! Could this be the result of alchemy? I guess in this town anything's possible. If Maya were here, she'd break her back trying to take that goat away from her. That's strange. Almost everything in this room is covered in a layer of dust. Everything except for that goat. Huh, seems to have been kept in pristine condition. Well, looks like I've pretty much seen all there is to see down here. This room doesn't seem to have been used much, and there's nothing I could see that might provide a lead. If I stay here any longer, I might just end up covered in dust myself. Not to mention, standing here sighing is kind of clogging up my lungs. Maybe it's time I head back upstairs. I should probably see how Maya's doing. Oh my god, no, I don't think I was done looking at the desk, though. Fuck. Who are these clowns? Oh my god, a fucking parrot. Don't forget, DL6! This is the alchemist house. We have to hurry.
Professor! Wait for me!
But there's like 2 people outside the house now.
Miss Faye.
Oh no.
Hi, Professor. What's up? You look flushed.
Where's Mr. Wright? Have you seen him?
Oh, Nick. He's just down in the basement doing some investigating. He should be back up soon. So how did it go? Did you get to see the storyteller?
Please, get Mr. Wright immediately. It's safer if we're all together in one place. I'll explain later. Just hurry.
Huh?
As things stand, Mr. Wright is in serious danger.
Nick's in danger? What do you mean?
Just go, Maya!
I have reason to believe that a witch will appear here soon.
Just leave. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Layton, save us. Oh no, it's the same witch from the real world.
All is as written in the story.
Do you happen to be the great witch Belial?
Concern yourselves not with who I am, but rather with what you will now become.
She points like Darklaw. So it is Darklaw. Who the hell are these two?
Oh, dearie me! Whatever is the matter, child? You look positively flustered. So Belduke is no longer resident here. You'll need to go elsewhere for your medicaments. I know that! Let me through! It's a matter of life and death! Life and death, you... Oh, Berdly, this is the evil bard. Oh, Bardley had a rival! This is his rival!
We should kill this guy. Life and death, you say? If so, then I may foresee a hit ballad.
Raise up your hearts and sing with Berdly. My bird is Cracker, first, second, and thirdly. This must be that rival. Anyway, I'm in a hurry. Oh, dearie me.
Another cutscene. Wait, why is some guy with us?
Dearie me. Professor!
I knew that amethyst from Jean was gonna be relevant.
It wasn't me!
My first thought was that it was gonna be a stone for the witch's scepter. Oh my god.
Professor Layton just died and he lost an arm! Professor. Oh my god! The words the storyteller wrote really did come true. And in the worst possible way.
Ed, thank you for the $2 super chat. A shining example of a gentleman, right on point. Bro, ban that guy. That's messed up. Someone just died.
Falls to a golden curse. At first, I thought he was referring to Mr. Wright, but I got it all wrong. It was about the professor.
I can't believe Maya is the witch. Oh my god, they just end the chapter like that. Fuck this game. What the hell, dude? My god. Oh my god, no! He's not even saying anything anymore. Oh my god. Professor Layton's fucking dead. Professor Layton is dead! Well, are you dead if you're turned to gold? I mean, if he were to come alive, his arm is chopped off. He probably would bleed out and die. Oh my gosh. What do we do? We need a spell to turn back time. We need a spell to turn back time. That's the only solution here. Chapter 4, the Golden Court. What the fuck is going on in this game? It doesn't make sense. How has it come to this? A darned witch! Why did it have to happen to the professor of all people? Because he was the smartest one. I think Pearl could glue him back together, bro. No! Get out of here! You've gotta believe me, Nick! I may be a spirit medium, but I'm no witch! Don't worry, I know it wasn't you. Say, have you seen Luke today? I haven't seen him since last night. He was crying all night. I didn't know what to say to him. Oh, poor Luke! No kidding, he's the one suffering most from all of this. Poor kid. He probably needs some time alone with his grief. We should leave him be. Yeah, he shouldn't have to see this trial. It'd be too hard for him. Oh, oh, it's Espella. What are you doing here, Espella? Have you been cleared of all the accusations? No, not yet. If only it was that easy. It's just that I'm not technically under arrest, so I got special permission to come here. I'm free to go wherever I like, within this building. I see. I heard all about Mr. Layton. It's awful. He was such a good man. I'm sorry, Espella. Huh? What are you apologizing for? We were supposed to find clues connected to but we couldn't find anything, and now the professor's been... No, don't say that. It's not your fault. And I don't believe a word of what they say about Maya. She isn't a witch. Thank you, Espella. Mr. Wright, do you mind if I assist you in court today? Huh? I know I may not be of much use, but I'll do what I can. I want to help you and Maya. Espella, excuse me. Oh, Jean. It did change. It's green now. So, Jean, are you a witch? Perchance? Greya, butler of the late Master Duke. I've come to inquire about after Miss Maya. It is most regrettable what happened yesterday. Oh, thank you for coming all the way here. Huh? You look really pale, Jean. Are you all right? Please don't worry about me. It's merely that since the incident, sleep has eluded me. I spent the night searching through Master's notes on alchemy. I hoped that there may be some mention of a method by which something turned to gold may be reverted back to its original form. Wait, maybe I shouldn't accuse him of a witch. Maybe he's our only way of saving Professor Layton. I should be nice to this kid. Fuck, I gotta be nice to this kid. You were looking for a way to rescue the professor. Human fate is often cruel, but that's also why we must never lose hope. Jean. The trial is about to start. Proceed to the chamber. Yeah, we're coming. Nick, cheer up, Maya. I'm not gonna let them sentence you. I just wish all of this would stop already, whether someone's a witch or not. No one deserves to be burned. I know, I can't stand for it either. If you'll kindly excuse me now, I must return to my duties. No problem. We appreciate you coming to see us. Something's bothering me. Jean seems somewhat odd today. Let's go, Mr. Wright. The trial's about to begin. Is Jean a good guy or a bad guy? I can't fucking decide. I want to say that he's a bad guy because his necklace is a witch's stone. Fuck! Nobody else would be in the room at that time, right? It would have to be Jean.
The trial of Maya Fey shall now begin, as scheduled.
Fuck! But I also want to say that the Great Witch is... The witch is Darklaw. So if the witch can't be Darklaw and Jean, or maybe... Oh, maybe Darklaw is the Great Witch and Jean is just a regular fucking witch. But then who's gonna save Layton? God damn it.
Knights of the court, are you ready to cross your swords of justice?
Hold on. Is there a Grand Grimoire? No? We don't get more? Not yet. Not yet. I want to know.
Inquisitor Zacharias Barnum always has his sword ready for the work of justice.
Why he kind of hot, though?
Defense ready, Your Honor. At this stage, I just gotta give it all I've got.
It would appear the defender has thrown down the gauntlet, Sir Barnum. Now, before we begin, may I have a word with you, defender?
Yes, Your Honor.
Last time we met, you stood in this court as an apprentice baker.
Thanks for the reminder.
In all honesty, when I saw you for the first time, I thought to myself, a baker should stick to bread baking.
Is that so? What a fine first impression I made.
However, today you are not merely some befuddled maker of sweet buns. I'm obliged to fully recognize you as a knight of law and justice, on par with Inquisitor Zacharias Barnum.
I'm on par with Barnum? Okay. That's a compliment, right?
Now may your duel begin. Fight bravely and expose the truth behind this heinous crime.
All right! We're all counting on you, Inquisitor Barnum!
I knew she was a witch as soon as I laid my eyes on her. She's got witch written all over her.
I mean, Maya kind of is a witch. We can't really deny the allegations, but they don't need to know other things, you know?
Why not put the baker on trial? Bake the baker, I say! Barnum! 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 Barnum!
They treat him like some sort of celebrity.
Yeah. I think he is.
He may be adored by the crowds, but when he pointed his sword my way, you managed to shield me from his accusations. Maya clearly isn't a witch, so surely your victory is certain.
Yeah, Spella. What she said.
Thank you for believing in me, Espella.
No, chat, you too? You're simping for Barnum? Chat, no.
Espella Cantabella. I have given you leave to come to this trial today. However, that does not mean that the charges against you have been dropped. Rather than worry about others, you should consider your own situation.
Thank you for granting me your permission, Inquisitor.
Inquisitor Barnum, you may begin your opening statement. As you wish, my lord. As usual, let us commence this trial by first recounting the events, if it pleases you, Sir Blue Knight. As you wish, Inquisitor. I still can't get used to this terminology. This heinous crime occurred in the residence of the late Newton Belduke, the alchemist. Here is the sketched plan of his residence. I'm also simping for Barnum? Nuh-uh. No, I'm not, chat. Okay. I mean, Jean is a little suspicious, I will say. When I say a little suspicious, Jean is, like, very suspicious. I don't see a world in how... I don't see a world in which he's not the culprit. Like, it's hard to imagine with all the fishy shit that there is regarding this house. So, case outline. We have Maya Fey charges witchcraft, turning Professor Layton into gold. Yes. Professor Layton got turned into gold. The wall behind the painting at the crime scene had been painted green. The same color that Jean painted the other wall. You know? Like... Butler to the Belduke, the alchemist, has looked after his residence and research since his death. It's really strange. Really weird. This room, of a somewhat questionable nature, is the alchemist's study in which the incident took place. So, you have a door here. You have no other door in the room except the painting, which could be a secret door. And then you have the basement. Okay, here's the other thought that I had, chat. Okay. What if I cracked the case? All right, I'm going to give Jean the benefit of the doubt. It's somebody else, okay? So somebody else turned themselves into that goat, the golden goat that was sitting in the basement, because there wasn't any dust on it. So what if someone transfigured themselves, the witch, so that they would be a goat in that time, so that when they left, they would turn themselves back into a human and then turn Layton into gold. Like, if we go into the basement right now, would that sheep still be there? Would that golden sheep still be there? I'm betting my money on no, it would not be there if we looked right now. I solved the whole case. That's it. I don't know who the goat was. So when we have the witch's scepter, the purple stone is a transfiguration stone spell. And the other stone would have to be turning an on and off switch for turning someone into gold. So those are the two spells. It's easy. This game is so easy. The only ones present at the moment of the crime were the accused and the victim, no one else. The witnesses who arrived at the scene seconds later have indicated where they found the accused and the victim. Very well, the sketch is accepted as evidence. Okay. The accused took Sir Layton's life with the most cruel of magic. A living man 1 second and a golden statue the next. Such wickedness. Magic that turns things into gold. Sure, why not? Several townspeople rushed to the room and paid witness to the horror of this magic. The accused had been captured and charged. Goodness, that is terrifying! Rumors have reached me that the victim was a most scintillating man. I'm not quite certain whether it was prior to or after. But incidentally, was this Sir Layton not the same hat maker who attended our previous trial? No. He wasn't a hat maker. Bizarre as it is. Sir Layton's profession and origin remain unknown. He was a stranger in this city. That is all we know. And you, sir, his acquaintance, you are an unusual presence in our city yourself. Today's case certainly is peculiar. And that's not the last of the peculiarities, my lord. The alchemist study has been the scene of another strange incident in the past. I remember it as if it were yesterday, the mysterious death of Newton Belduke himself. Indeed, my lord. Regrettably, the only case of witchcraft still to remain unsolved in our fair city. The witch may have escaped her punishment back then. But perhaps today is the day on which both these mysterious crimes shall be solved. What? What are you implying? Patience. You will know soon enough, sir suddenly pale blue knight. Get out of here! How interesting. It seems that the Inquisition have something up their sleeve. Now, Inquisitor Barnum, you may begin. Thank you, my lord. The Inquisition summons the witnesses to this malicious crime of witchcraft. If only I'd made it to the room sooner. Maybe I could have prevented all of this from happening. I won't let Maya take the rap for this. I'll find every single crack in their testimony and prove that it wasn't her. Easy. I can't believe 2 goats got turned into gold in that house. Oh, dude. Oh my god. Bro, I thought you were calling Professor Layton a goat. Like, the animal. And I was like, bro, that's so rude. But you mean, like... I'm a fucking idiot. Welcome to the Witch's Court, honorable witnesses. Now let us hear your names and occupations. He's... Some guy has returned! Woo! I am known far and wide as a mere punching bag. I, soon to be the new head of Punching Bag's retail organization, PRO.
Hang on!
Wait a minute, witness. Why's he got bling? And why is his hair like this? Like, bro. What's that, blue squire? You're that some guy from the previous trial. Just what in the heck happened to you? You look like you've been on one of those ultimate makeover shows. And whatever you do, you mean. My name is Amir Punchenbog. I, soon to be head of Punchenbog's retail organization, PRO. What is the meaning of this, Inquisitor? I do not care to delve into this witness's personal affairs. Looks like he remembers him all too well. Witnesses, pray continue. Oh my god! Did I just see that bottle correctly? Is he drinking poison in a courtroom? What? Oh, dearie, dearie me. It is I who usually asks the questions. I am, you see, but a humble teacher. Call me Miss Brimstone. The children of Labyrinthia Primary School have the privilege of learning the truths about this world from me. Elementary school teacher. Good to know at least one witness seems sensible. Bro. Phoenix Wright. Do not start saying shit like that. Oh, he sounds awful. The winds carry my song. It's birdly stringing along. Parrot and ball and ensemble. Oh my god, I need to get it out. Get it out. Get it out. My faithfully muse here is Cracker, the musical parrot. No one understands music like Cracker, aside from me, naturally. At least it's not another goat. What a smart bird. He just imitated that teacher perfectly. What? Oh, Luke was a witness, wasn't he? Luke was a witness. He ran in with all of them. I'm Luke Triton. My occupation is the professor's apprentice. Luke, no. Luke, but why? What are you doing there? I made up my mind. I'm doing this for the professor. A gentleman has to pursue the truth. But Luke, that's where the Inquisition's witnesses stand. Oh, I'll never forgive that witch! A gentleman shouldn't glare at people as if he wants to hit them in the face. Your friend today can be your enemy tomorrow, such as the hard reality of the battlefield. Witnesses, we will now hear your testimonies. Tell us all of this wicked incident which you have been unfortunate enough to witness. Bro, what is bro drinking? How are you alive? He's a witch! I heard a scream and an incantation, and then when I entered the room, the victim was already all shiny. Perhaps something caused discord between erstwhile friends. Mr. Silkhat had a knife at the ready in his hand. Victim of magic, sparkly and done for. I heard the staff fall on the floor. The professor must have seen through Miss Maya's deception and confronted her there face to face. Luke! Luke, what's going on? Thank you all. However, one part of the testimony was somewhat confusing. You there, the singer. Could you possibly mean me, Birdly the Bard, Your Excellence? Yes, that would be you, singer. This stuff that you said sung about. I'm telling you, chat, I have this figured out. The purple stone is a transfiguration spell. The gold stone is what turns off and on the gold magic. Wait, would that imply that there needs to be 2 people involved? As in, like, someone did it, The witch turned Professor Layton into gold, but someone also has to turn off the off switch. So Jean did that, and then somebody else turned Layton into gold. There's 2 witches involved, not just one. I got this whole case is figured out, chat.
There are 2 different magic gems attached, meaning the perpetrator could have used 2 types of magic.
It would seem so. This gem here enables the use of a gold transmutation spell, Golder. It's just called Golder. Golder. Just the word alone makes the tiny hairs on the back of my neck stand up. That's the one, all right. That's the dreadful incantation that I, a mere punching bag, I also heard. Sorry, punching bog the first. My bad.
Oh, dearie me. I've seen that scepter, so I have. Plank tips over the golden man. The scepter falls, not the witch's plan. Oh, dearie me. How dare she do that to the professor?
By the way, this witch's scepter was found on the floor near the victim. If you'll turn your attention to the sketch plans, it was located right here. Really? Was it now? There are 2 people involved. Jean. Okay. Chat. Jean was in this room, okay? He left this room, went down the hall. He went down the ladder. He ungoated the golden goat in the basement. Then he went back through the staff, through the hidden wall here, so it landed here for the other witch to come in and turn Professor Layton to gold. That's it. Solved. He threw the scepter through the wall so that witch number 2 could take care of the deed. There are 2 people involved. A scepter dropped by the accused would naturally tumble to that exact spot.
Objection!
Inquisitor Barnum, what you're saying amounts to nothing more than a baseless assumption. You are on edge today, Sir Blue Knight. Is it because your friend is on trial? Perhaps you had better cool yourself down. Anyway, the court accepts the scepter as evidence. Thank you, my lord. Golder. So transmutes the caster's target into solid gold. The spell will transmute the closest target within range. The closest target within range. It would have been Maya. It would have been Maya. But Professor Layton stepped in front of Maya, so he was the closest person. Inquisitor Barnum, may I ask you something? What is it now, Sir Blue Knight? We know that one of the gems is first spell Golder, but what about the other one? A naive question. Naivety may be no hindrance to a baker who spends most of his time amidst bread, but it can be your undoing here in the court. Would a knight put a weapon in his enemy's hand? He's telling me to do my homework.
Mr. Wright, I'll look for information on that magic gem in the Grand Grimoire.
Thank you, Espella. That'd be great.
Just leave it to me.
She seems very happy to help. So basically, what this game just told me is that if we solve what the purple gem does, now the trial would only be like an hour long. But because they need to hide that information from us for a good like 2 hours, it extends the length of this trial and the ergo the gameplay. We can't just put it all out on the table right now.
Hold it!
What is all of this about exactly? What do you mean, Blue Squaw? Your gaudy, colorful outfit? I mean, your attire was different last time. A little bit more, modest. The Amir you knew back then is no more. I am a new man now, reborn into the higher echelons of society. Okay. What's he drinking? There's a skull and crossbones mark on that bottle. Enough idle chatter. The witness heard a scream and an incantation. Is that correct? That's right. It's just like what you said earlier, Inquisitor Barnum. It was the spell Golda, and it was without a doubt the voice of the accused that said it. However, it's rather peculiar. When I saw the accused and the victim together last time, they seemed to be on friendly terms. The next witness will dispel your doubts, my lord. Plot twist, Espella can't read. Wait, what if she can't, though?
Hold it!
Are you saying you think they quarreled? The other day, I saw you all together in that very court, and you were evidently friends. Well, yeah, that's true, but what's that got to do? Now, everyone, listen carefully. No chatting in the back row. What I say now will be in the next exam. Miss Primstone's lesson number 5. Friendship leads to nothing but trouble. People would not break up and part their ways in anger if they did not become friends in the first place. Like... Okay. The kids in her class must grow up to be model citizens. Oh, dearie me. What I saw in that room curdled the blood in my veins. Mr. Silkhat was pointing that glittering knife ever so threateningly. Whoa, calm down. The professor threatened Maya with a knife? That sounds hard to believe. Perhaps he discovered that she was a witch, or she tried to attack him first. Miss Primstone's lesson number 7. Secrets lead to nothing but trouble. From the smallest of secrets can sprout the largest of arguments. This one is going to be on the exam. Who does this bitch think she is? Like, me? Does she really think she can be me? Who is, like, making my chat take exams? So that you pay attention to the stream? Like, you can't do that. That's my job. Everything's the beginning of trouble to her.
Mr. Wright. I think there was some important information.
Well, yeah, but I decided to skip it.
I'm sorry, it's not my place to say things like that.
I didn't notice anything. Ask Espella to speak out. Is she really just gonna be, like, telling me how to play the game? Tell us what you noticed.
It's just something I'd like to ask Miss Primstone about.
Just go ahead and ask her.
Excuse me, Miss Primstone, do you mind if I ask you a question?
Oh, it's you, Miss Espella Catabella.
Miss Primstone, did you actually see the knife that Mr. Layton was holding?
I did, as a matter of fact, yes. I remember that glinting blade very well. A most frightening sight it was, too.
And you saw that from the door, didn't you? Now, if we look at the sketch... When the incident took place, Mr. Layton must have been facing this way, correct?
That must have been the case, or otherwise the witness would not have been able to see it.
That's all I wanted to ask. The more information we have, the better, right?
The direction the professor was facing, that could be important. No shit. Oh, I had to update the court record. Oh, that was relevant?
I'm sorry I jumped in like that, but I really wanted to help.
Not at all, Espella. We were able to get some more info, which may just come in handy.
You think so?
Aww. That's cute. Dude, I hate this guy. He sounds fucking awful.
Hold it!
Would you mind describing what you saw without singing it?
As you wish, my musically impaired friend. Simply put, when I entered the room, the victim was worth his weight in gold, for obvious reasons. He tipped over and fell heavily onto the floor. The room became drearily silent. And then I heard that scepter tumbling across the floor. Couldn't he have just said it like that the first time around? Clearly, the wisp must have dropped the scepter then.
Objection!
That's merely your assumption now, Mr. Bardley. Did you actually see Maya drop a scepter, or did you just hear something tumbling on the floor?
I must confess my eyes were rather more drawn toward the brilliantly glistening golden statue. I did not witness the witch dropping the scepter, no, but I did hear it, and my sense of hearing is peerless.
This next witness is a bit problematic. Poor Luke. I'm about to press Luke.
Hold it!
Oh no. Luke, open your eyes. Maya isn't a witch.
Ever since we came to this town, lots of unbelievable things have happened. And that's why, from now on, I'll only believe what I see with my own eyes. Luke. When I went into that room, the only people I saw were the Professor and Maya. And the Professor had been turned to gold, and Maya dropped that scepter. That's not true.
Maya? I didn't have any scepter, and we weren't the only ones in that... Oh! Maya, we should let Maya keep talking. The accused has no right to speak. Be silent or you will face punishment. We can end this trial immediately should you decide to feel talkative again. Woo-wee! Well, Luke, is that really the truth? Did you really see the scepter?
I don't know. When the Professor turned to gold and collapsed right in front of me, everything seemed to fade to black. And then I could have sworn I at least heard Maya drop the scepter.
The scepter was found at the scene of the crime. That is the unavoidable truth. Only the accused could have dropped it. What if there's like a gigantic plot twist and it was actually Professor Layton that held the scepter and was trying to defend himself? I don't know, like what if Professor Layton was the witch?
I feel so sorry for Luke. He's so full of anger and despair that he can't think clearly. He said that he can't forgive the witch. I understand how he feels.
I need to find a way to calm Luke down. All right, let's go back.
Hold it!
No way!
Luke!
Hang on!
Is everything okay, Luke?
No, of course it's not okay. The Professor was a true gentleman. And no gentleman would go around threatening people with knives.
I couldn't agree more.
Silly boy, I saw your professor pointing a knife. Are you insinuating that I'm a liar, you cheeky little whippersnapper?
At least Luke's found someone else to antagonize. I got called a whippersnapper. What the fuck?
Hold it!
I'm 100% convinced that Layton is a witch, not necessarily in the context of this game, but in general. Yeah. Definitely he was born a witch.
Hang on!
It explains a lot of things if you look at Layton as always being a witch from the start. May I ask you something, Miss Brimstone?
Oh, dearie, dearie me, dearie, dearie me. My dear, do not frighten me so. I feel like a schoolgirl caught napping during class. Miss Primstone, did you see the witch's scepter at the crime scene? Well, about that. I must confess, I do not clearly recall. You don't remember? When I went into the room, the golden man fell down and made quite the ruckus. That is why I did not notice a scepter being dropped. So you didn't see it after all. But I am certain that witch girl had it. She must have been hiding it behind her back.
Objection!
Please don't assume Maya is a witch just because she's been accused. Miss Primstone is certainly quick to make assumptions. Okay. I did my pressing. Okay. I heard a scream and an incantation, and then when I entered the room, the victim was already all shiny. Mr. Silcat had a knife at the ready in his hand. Victim of magic, sparkly and done for. I heard the stuff fall on the floor. The professor must have seen through Miss Maya's deception and confronted her there face to face. Dude, we are not. Fucking Luke. Oh my god. So how did they change this? Oh boy. Luke! Luke!
Objection!
Hi, Deshaun! Luke, you said that you would only believe what you see with your own eyes. But what you think you saw may not be the whole truth.
What do you mean?
Take a close look at the sketch of the crime scene. At the time of the incident, Professor Layton and Maya were standing there. Now, we have learned from Miss Primstone's testimony which way the professor was facing. He was facing this way.
Oh!
You have testified that the professor confronted Maya face to face. But looking at the sketch of where they were standing, one thing is clear. There is a contradiction in your testimony. Luke, no!
Objection!
Whether they were facing each other or not is of no relevance whatsoever. They were the only ones in that room. One was a victim and the other one must be the witch. I will ask you to wait before jumping to conclusions, Inquisitor. Think back to Miss Primstone's testimony. She told us that the professor was pointing a knife at someone threateningly. However, you can see in the sketch that he wasn't threatening Maya. So then, who was he pointing the knife at?
Hold it!
Luke, what is it?
The professor would never point a knife at anyone. I was the one who opened the door to that room, so I was the first witness and I saw no knife. Miss Primstone's testimony is not reliable. Oh, dearie me. Will you look at this child sputtering nonsense and talking badly of his elders?
Damn, Luke! It should pose no difficulty to verify whether or not the victim had a knife. After all, that sparkling golden body of his has been found at the scene of the crime. With his arm chopped off. Indeed it is, my lord. Court attendants, you heard the judge. Bring the victim into the courtroom. What? You're making Luke stare at it? Oh my god, that's so mean! Oh, we have to look at him? Oh my god, his arm! His arm, chat, no! Did it get damaged? Professor! Oh my god! This is horrible! This is the power of the gold transmutation spell. Most spectacular. It looks like work of the finest artisans. I assure you it is the work of no artisans, my lord. By the way, the missing arm has not yet been found. It hasn't been found? Where the fuck could it have gone, bro? It was on the floor next to him. Like, what? Someone took it then. Suppose we should add the victim to the evidence. Oh my god, no! The poor professor who, while searching for evidence, became evidence! What is this game? No! This game is crack! What the fuck is going on? I thought the evidence would be as good as gold. But although it technically is, we're still no closer to discerning whether or not the victim was holding a knife. That was a terrible joke, Judge.
Let me speak, please!
Maya.
The professor didn't have a knife, and also there was another person in that room. The real witch was there too, please believe me.
Oh, Maya! Accused, do I really need to warn you again? Inside the cage, you are to behave like a bird that has forgotten its song. Speak again and you shall be punished. Or are you in a particular hurry to taste the flames of justice, little bird?
Objection!
Oh my god! But it's true that someone else could have been at the crime scene. Look at the sketch. The victim was facing towards someone, and that person wasn't Maya. So, Blue Knight, your ignorance is no longer even a surprise. Huh? You do not know what transpired at the crime scene. You think this man was pointing at another person, you say? Let me tell you this. Nearly everyone in this court other than you knows what Serhat was pointing at.
What?
Well, honorable witnesses, is that not so? I, a mere punching bog, I, the first, love me some gossiping stories of the occult.
Elusive like mist and the magical beast, its chilling breath brings about death. Oh, dearie, dearie me, you can use some education, Blue Knight. I could offer you a private tuition, but it will not come cheap. If the professor wasn't confronting Maya...
Luke, lock the fuck in! I know the professor, you know, just died in front of your eyes, but like, you need to lock in, bro. We all know what happened to that alchemist, so the case no mystery.
Some magic, same magic trick. This time her luck ran out and she dropped that magic scepter. The truth obscured by a twisted ruse, the witch couldn't vanish but did confuse. It happened because the professor unraveled the mystery behind all the witches.
The same magic trick was used? They're referring to an incident from 3 months ago. Much like this incident, a man lost his life to witchcraft in that very room. It was the master of that residence, Sir Newton Belduke, the alchemist. He died in his chair. Really? He suffered death he suffered death by strangulation. Finger marks were left on his neck. Chat, this guy looks like Miles Edgeworth. He had locked himself in his study and the key was still in his pocket. Huh. In other words, no one could have entered that room. Yeah, definitely behind the picture frame. The perpetrator disappeared from a locked room just like in this case. A large amount of powdered medicine was spilt all over the floor. Powdered medicine, huh? So Belduke was an alchemist. He possessed various medical concoctions. Due to the presence of that powder, had anyone entered the room, clear footprints would have remained. Yet, there were none.
That's the kind of mystery that the professor would have loved to solve.
Thus, there were 2 unnatural circumstances to Sir Belduke's death. The culprit's disappearance from a locked room, and the fact that they appeared not to have walked on the floor. It's almost as if they flew away.
In other words, it couldn't have been the Demir magic that was used in my case the other day.
The killer levitated above the floor, strangled Belduke, and vanished into thin air. But What does that have to do with this trial? It has been there 3 months since that murder. Despite that, we still haven't been able to find the witch responsible. But now, having eluded us for so long, that witch has finally been brought to before this court. We will have justice. Wait, so they're blaming Maya for Sir Belduke's death now? We weren't even here back then. It's not like I can explain that to him. Well then, why don't you interrogate the witnesses now that you're aware of the connection between the two murders?
Attention.
You can't be serious! 3 months ago, we weren't even, like, here? May their testimonies lead us to the truth. Bruh. We all know what happened to that alchemist, so this case is no mystery. Uh-huh, sure, buddy boy. You're talking about Mr. Belduke's murder, which took place in a locked room. Real shook, all right. Everyone was talking about it. People don't say this out loud, but you know, you're thinking it too, eh? I don't have the faintest idea what you're talking about, bro. Ain't it clear as day? He was an alchemist! An alchemist! Alchemy's just like magic, ain't it? Sir Belduke was just a man. Only a woman can be a witch. Who said that only a woman can be a witch? I think that needs to die. It's Jean. Or you know what? Jean is a woman. How about that? How about that? Witchcraft has nothing to do with alchemy. They're different somehow. Alchemy is the mysterious act of manipulating the forces of nature, or so it is said. Well, that sounds a lot like magic to me. Alchemy's incomprehensible to regular people. So magic, really. And you know, a couple days before the witch got him, there was that lightning strike. Glad you're asking, because I like telling that one. What? All of a sudden, like a bolt from the blue sky, there was a bolt from the sky. Only it wasn't blue. The sky lit up and turned blood red, and then out of nowhere, an old-looking bell tower appeared in a burst of flames. Makes you realize Mother Nature's pretty powerful stuff, eh? He can just keep drinking if we leave him like this, chat. I wonder how he does it. If you leave him here long enough, does he just die? You want to take a break? Kinda do, actually. Chet, you want to take a break? I still have my bottle of wine that's open in my fridge that I probably should drink. At some point. You've strayed off the topic at hand, witness. This is a courthouse, not an inn. Save your thrilling stories for later. I am before it's relevant later, though.
Hold it!
Would you care to elaborate on that, Miss Primstone? You could say I'm a scholar, and my knowledge is vast and diverse. I know a thing or two about witchcraft. Therefore, I have a very good idea of the type of magic that must have been used this time. The magic behind this mysterious figure that appeared out of nowhere glided through the air and vanished after making the kill? Indeed, yes. And the witch's scepter confirms my theory.
A brilliant deduction. I'm honored to have studied under as an excellent teacher such as yourself. She was his teacher, actually. I guess that explains a lot. Our occult crime analysts... Why can't I fucking talk? Have arrived at the same conclusion.
Mr. Wright, I found it. The page of about the purple magic gem. The spell's called Familiar.
Familiar. The spell Familia
bound within this purple gem is used to summon a familiar. You know, that's not far from, like, Transfiguration, right? Like, what I was thinking. Familiars appear out of nowhere, glide through the air, vanish where their task is accomplished. They are evil, bloodthirsty spirits used by witches to perform outrageous crimes. Evil spirits? Are you saying that the witch used a familiar to... It was a familiar that took Sir Berduk's life, and now it has happened again. Sir Silcat was probably trying to ward off the evil spirit with his knife. But what good is a knife against an occult creature? It completed the task given to it by the witch and promptly vanished, thus bringing it to the conclusion that Sir Berduk and Sir Silcat were both killed by the same witch. Sure, maybe, but it's not Maya. What an unexpected turn of events. The two incidents have been shown to be connected, due to the same witch's scepter have been used in both cases. I'm kind of hung up on the fact about what Jean specifically said. He said Sir Berduk gave him the amethyst. To protect it? I feel like there's something there. Shadow Familiar spell summons forth a magical familiar from the shadows. Although it possesses a physical form, it is completely weightless. So it is a physical form. But, okay. Bro, I thought that Ace Attorney and Professor Layton games, you know, this is a level of magical bullshit that I never expected from these games. Like, there's some small stuff in Professor Layton, and then you get to Ace Attorney and you have, like, you know, channeling dead people. You have, like, the Fae stuff, but man, this is some next level shit. I almost want to go back to my theory of Misty Faye channeling a gun. Because you know what? In this world, that could absolutely be a thing. This is terrible. Now Maya's accused of 2 murders. Oh, dearie, dearie me. I was right, as always. This gruesome murder will be in the next exam. Make sure to take notes. Now I shall divulge what really happened. The Hatmaker was pointing the knife at the witch's familiar.
Hold it!
Did you actually see the familiar? Oh, dearie. No, I did not. When that boy opened the door, the familiar had just disappeared. Had the boy opened the door sooner, no doubt we would have all seen it. If he were my student, I would have made sure to teach him not to dilly-dally. I'll keep going. She's talking about Luke, huh? And when you entered the room, you saw the victim pointing at something. Pointing a knife, no less. A knife! As I told you before, it was sharp, glittering knife. The poor man thought a knife would work on a familiar. Had he attended my classes, he would have known better. In any case, there's no proof that the victim actually had a knife. It's certain now that the professor and Maya weren't facing each other. Next witness, you may sing us your testimony.
Hold it!
It's a beautiful song, sure, but would you mind testifying a bit more in a comprehensible way? A certain man was killed some 3 months ago. You mean Sir Newton Bellduke, the alchemist? It was a locked room murder, accomplished through the use of certain magical spells.
And that same magic has been used in this case too.
The witch that committed the crime disappeared without a trace.
She hasn't been found to this day.
That's pretty much what I expressed in my song.
I knew that already!
Even a peerless bard such as myself may not always be completely up to date with all the latest information. Isn't that so, Cracker? You understand, don't you, my peerless feathery partner?
Hold it! Hold it! An adorable bird. He's imitating you this time, Mr. Wright. I'm being parroted by a parrot. We capture all witches without exception. This one may have been at large longer than the others, but she will not escape us. Next witness! Luke!
Hold it!
And that mystery is...
the witch's identity, of course.
Can't believe I'm getting stared down by a little kid.
Don't get me wrong, I want to believe you and Maya. But I saw the witch's scepter on the floor. No one else could have dropped it. When I saw the professor, everything went black in front of my eyes, but I did hear the scepter fall to the floor. There was a witch in that room and it had to be Maya. If only the professor were here to tell me what to believe in.
Oh, poor baby Luke.
What do you think, Mr. Wright?
We need to dig down to the truth as soon as possible for Maya and for Luke.
I hope we can do it.
It'd be easier if there were some clear contradictions in their testimonies, but I haven't noticed anything.
Perhaps this time, we should take a step back and observe each witness while they're not the ones speaking. Sure.
Okay, I didn't actually see anybody react to anybody, to something somebody said. Did I miss a reaction? I didn't think so. I think it stops. The dialogue stops. Okay, so not you. Oops.
Hold it!
Don't think anyone talked here too. Oh, it was here. It's right here.
No way!
Okay, Luke.
Hang on!
Is everything all right, Luke? You seem to be deep in thought about something.
No, it's not right at all.
Wait, this is the second time that Luke had something to say about Miss Primrose. I'm starting to see a pattern. Is there something in Miss Primrose's testimony that you'd like to comment on?
That's what I keep telling you. The professor wouldn't point a knife at anyone.
Dearie me, what an impertinent child. I'm telling you, I saw a knife. I distinctly saw the glint of a sharp blade.
Objection!
At any rate, as we can see now, the victim's arm is missing. As such, there is no proof that he had a knife.
Objection!
It is but a mere detail, it matters not.
A mere detail matters not.
Oh my, anyway, I wonder what could that missing arm be?
That ought to be looked into.
That's right, the arm. Wasn't it found at the crime scene?
I swear I never saw it there.
Oh, golden arm, where can you be? Reveal yourself. Listen to my plea. I'm afraid I didn't even notice.
It's indeed astonishing that the arm could have disappeared from the crime scene.
The professor will need his arm when he returns to normal. It's an all-out robbery. Go and investigate it.
Damn, Luke. The boy's request is not unreasonable. I will order an occult crime analyst to search for it. How could the arm just up and vanish from the crime scene? That just might be the clue I need to give me the upper hand over Barnum.
The court considers the whereabouts of the arm irrelevant to this trial. Irrelevant? Make sure that you limit your interrogation to relevant matters. Okay. Continue with the interrogation. Okay.
Hold it!
Do you think someone can hold an entire arm up their butt? Is that inappropriate? Like, I'm just imagining someone in this courtroom right now holding the arm on their being physically somehow.
Hold it!
Did somebody else react? There was I only saw the one opening. What the heck, dude? Alright, and I'm just gonna use a hint coin to save us some time here. But I already pressed you. Did somebody else react besides Luke? And I missed it?
No way!
Hang on!
I'm so confused. It's not right at all! We already went through this. I'm so confused.
Objection!
A mere detail, it matters not. Oh, there was a double. Okay, I missed that.
Hang on!
Mister, do you have something that you'd like to share with us? Some guy? Mr. Amir! It's Amir punching back to you, Bluey. The first, sorry. The likes of you ought to show some respect for a future man of wealth such as me. You seem to be looking ahead to a future full of newly gained riches. I can look wherever I bleeding please. Anyway, why are you looking at me like that? I don't know about that golden bloke's right arm. Excuse me, Mr. Wright. I may be wrong, but there's something about that man. Wouldn't you say he looks suspicious? Everything about him is so shady, it makes me want to double check my pockets. Mr. Amir, stop pretending you don't know anything about the victim's missing arm. Pretending? I told you I know nothing. Not a zero, no. I ain't seen it or heard about it. I put it in my pocket. Put it in your pocket. It wasn't me, honest. I've got nothing to do with it. Wait. Put an entire ass arm in your pocket.
Objection!
What the hell was that objection?
Mia! You lying, cheating, good for nothing! You tried to deceive me!
He sold the arm to the pawnbroker. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Oh my god. He sold someone's arm. Dude, how fucked up is this town? You witness someone being turned to gold, someone's arm falls off, and instead of being like, oh my god, that guy just fucking died, they take the arm and sell it? Holy shit! You wanna know who I am? I'm Price, the pawnbroker. And this man is a a shameless cheating bum! He had the nerve to lie to me! What did he lie to you about? I'll tell you, on the day of the crime, Amir came to my shop. He waltzed up to me saying that he's got his hands on a superb work of art, rare as gold dust. I've got it right here. This is so fucked up, bro. Okay. It's pure gold, exquisitely crafted. It was entitled Towards Tomorrow or something like that. I've never seen a piece of gold so fine before. And so, suspecting nothing, I paid that rascal a rather handsome sum. And what am I hearing now? That it was a human arm, no less. You, sir, are a monster. You're as bad as a witch's familiar yourself. I didn't know it was his arm, I swear. When I saw it, it was already like that. What do you mean? I was last to the scene and it caught me right me eye right away. That golden arm pointing up at the ceiling with such optimism and authority. So you mean to tell me this guy sees the arm, he takes it to the pawnbroker shop, he sells it for a lot of money, and notice how he doesn't have any of the jewels. So now he has a bunch of jewels on him because he immediately spent the money on the jewels that are currently on him. Bro. I thought it looked like it's showing me the way to a better, brighter, richer tomorrow. To me, it was a work of art, a precious one at that. And then it found its way into your pocket and you pawned it. You mounted it on a crude stand, gave it a tawdry title, and passed it off as some kind of sculpture. Don't try and look away from the truth now, bitch! Darn it, I can look wherever I darn please. I'll look away from the facts and forwards to the future. Always look at the bright side. That's a mere punch and bog's motto! Bro, what the hell is wrong with this entire town? He's just pointing in the courtroom now. What? No, I do not want a golden Professor Layton to stand next to me right now. What? Oh my god, wait, what if there's a witch in this room right now? How about we give the witch's scepter to Aspella in the middle of a court trial where everybody is suspecting her of being the Great Witch too? And we'd be like, hey, yo, Aspella, can you do this, like, spell? Goldie, whatever it was called. Fuck, I forgot the name of the spell already. Golder. Hey, can you just cast Golder in the middle of the courtroom so we can have a Professor Layton again? So he's not turned to gold, just undo the spell. And then it incriminates Aspella as a witch, which is probably not good. But on the other hand, we save Maya, right? So saving Maya and then incriminate Aspella. I think that that's a pretty good trade, considering Aspella is not real. So it's fine because she's a fictional character. And Maya is totally not a fictional character, by the way. Knights of the Court, you may resume the Inquisition. At least one thing's clear now. As everyone can see, the victim definitely wasn't holding a knife.
we're not real right now. Like, Professor Layton is not going to just be standing right next to Phoenix this entire trial, right? Like, this is fucked up. Can we please get him out of this courtroom?
Oh, dearie me, it seems I may have mistaken after all. When you think about it, the victim had already been turned to gold when we entered the room.
According to the witnesses' testimonies, that was the case, yes.
Well then, I'm sure you'll concede that it was easy to mistake that glittering, pointing finger for a knife.
Indeed, the victim's finger has a glint to it resembling that of a sword's edge. Such a sense of power and intensity, it's enough to send a shiver down the spine of anyone being pointed at.
No puzzle is a match for the power of the professor's pointing finger.
No one remembers I am known for pointing like that too, by the way. Yeah.
I think your pointing finger makes quite an impression too, Mr. Wright.
She's just taking pity on me. Is that all you had to say, Sir Blue Knight? Eh? As I said before, whether the victim had a knife or not is completely irrelevant.
What he said? You better apologize to me now. Badgering me for no reason like that.
Is that all there is to it, or could that arm hold some other clue?
We've come this far. Maybe there's something else you could ask about.
Mr. Amir, perhaps you could tell me one more thing about that arm. I do not want to ask him how much he got for it. When did you find it? Can you tell me when you found the arm?
It was when I entered the room. It really kind of stood right out. Glittering on the floor like that, you couldn't miss it.
No one else noticed it. How did you explain that?
They must have been looking down at the golden hat guy when he fell down. I was the last one to enter the room, so I noticed the arm before the arrest.
How does that make sense? How does that make sense? Everyone is staring at a golden body. You're staring at a golden arm next to a golden body that no one else is staring at.
Ah! I'm so confused!
As soon as you notice it, you slipped it into your pocket like a common thief.
This is no laughing matter, witness.
Well, Mr. Wright, maybe he knows something else we could use.
Dude, I have to ask the question, how much? Why don't you tell me how much you got for that arm? All that glitter you're wearing, that money must have come from somewhere. And if you managed to buy all of that for the price of one arm, must have been pretty worth a good, pretty small fortune. It is gold after all.
Are you thinking of selling it? The whole body?
Huh? You've lost my respect, Blue Knight. Apparently, you are no more than a greedy knight, blinded by the glitter of gold. How could you, Nick?
Professor! I shouldn't have asked. Ah!
I think it was worth it. I think it was worth it. You found the arm on the floor pointing upwards, you say.
I find the keepers, I say. It points straight up at the ceiling.
The arm somehow happened to fall down in such a way that it landed upright. That is really weird. It's possible. Actually, is it possible that that happens? No. Because, like, if you... No, that's not fucking possible. How does it end up like that? What are the odds of that? Actually, that reminds me of a puzzle! Now, if you can just show us on this floor plan here. That was so good. I'd like to know exactly the spot where you found the victim's arm.
Sure, I remember that well. It was right here.
What? But he was pointing in the other direction. That can't happen. That is literally impossible. Naturally.
That's where you would expect it to have fallen.
No, it's not, actually.
What the hell? If you keep looking at that sketch so intensely, you shall burn a hole in it. Or perhaps...
You're going to claim there's a contradiction in it somewhere? This arm is the final clue left by the professor. Even after turning to gold, he was pointing out something important. Namely, the key to solving this case. I am not following at all. There is a problem. Yeah, totally. Of course there's a problem! The professor's arm has armed me with some vital evidence. Its location leads to a huge contradiction. Oh no, show us this so-called contradiction. What contradiction does the victim's arm create? Well, you know, chat, it should be over here, shouldn't it? It moved. The only thing I have in my little head is that it moved because it's supposed to be like over here, not over here. He was pointing away. So like maybe I just like say over here.
Got it.
I don't fucking know, man. Oh, no, no.
Your objection was a little off the mark. I could be wrong, of course.
Yeah, okay. Oh no, oh no, oh no, no, no. On the bright side, there's one possibility eliminated, all the more chance of getting it right next time. Yeah, totally, Phoenix. That's a way to look at it. Is it just the fact that they are side by side? Like, I don't quite understand. I guess I'll just go here. If not, then I'll use a hint coin next time.
And this is the witch's scepter.
Let's go over the order of events, as per the testimonies. First, the witch casts a spell on the professor, turning him to gold. When all of you rushed to the crime scene, that golden statue fell down, making a loud noise. Next, the witch dropped the scepter.
What are you getting at, Sir Blue Knight? All witnesses agree with this order of events.
That's right. They all agree that's how it happened, but then there's the arm.
Well, what about it? Spit it out.
Let's assume that Maya was the witch. Now, look at the sketch again. The witch dropped the scepter after having turned the professor into gold. The scepter tumbled along the floor and was found here as asserted by the prosecution. However, that would be impossible. There's no way it could have been there. Oh, yeah, totally, chat. I knew exactly what this game was trying to say with that. The victim's arm was on the floor right here, standing on its end. Therefore, the scepter couldn't possibly have fallen that way. It couldn't have been the defendant who dropped the scepter. In other words, Maya is not a witch!
Order! The Inquisition's reasoning has been proven invalid through just one single piece of unusual evidence. Call it Layton's magical touch. The professor sacrificed his arm to leave us just the evidence needed to turn this thing around. I don't think Layton did that on purpose. He's kind of unconscious.
That was amazing, Mr. Wright. Professor!
Objection!
Uh-oh. Barnum's not happy. An admirable deduction, Sir Blue Knight, that I cannot deny. Even if we are to assume your reasoning is correct and the girl in the cage is not a witch, in the many trials I have attended, I have become well versed in certain aspects of magic. I am all too aware of its potential to confuse people, befuddle their minds, and make their memories hazy. No one can resist such a maddening influence. The scepter could not have tumbled across the floor if the arm were in its way. However, can we be sure that that is where the arm was? Are all of the witnesses able to confirm its location at the time? What? We've heard what they had to say several times now. They agreed that the scepter fell after the victim fell over. And yet no one actually saw the scepter being dropped. Witnesses, think back to that incident once more. Did the golden statue fall over first, or did the staff fall before it? Think carefully about what you have seen and heard. Everything hinges on your testimonies. May your words guide us to the truth and decide the fate of this caged witch. Why are they all mixed up? They're out of order now. What the hell? Oh, boy. Here we go again. Luke goes first.
I was only focusing on the professor, so I don't remember much else.
I don't know, what got there last. Besides, that thing was glittering away, so I couldn't see much else.
Bewitched by love and beloved by a witch, the poor cove knows not which is which. Dearie me, I remember. How obvious it seems now the staff was dropped before the statue fell over.
Really? Really?
What you all just said now is totally different from your previous testimony. What the fuck?
This is the way of magic, such as the effect this black art tends to have upon those who witness it. The witnesses are not lying, but simply having trouble remembering the truth.
What a convenient excuse.
Confronted with magic, their brains turn to mush, huh? Ever since our ancestors drank from the fountain of wisdom and obtained the capacity for reason, witchcraft has been the one thing to remain incomprehensible even to the most intelligent of us. The onus is on us to stand up against magic and pass judgment on these witches. And so here we are, doing battle with the weapons of the wise. Words. With words, we shall pass judgment upon this supposed witch. Defender, you may begin your interrogation and help us arrive at the truth. All right, Chad, here we go. I don't think this is gonna be very pretty. Luke, you said before that you heard the scepter fall to the floor, and that was after the professor fell over.
I thought so. I mean, I thought so before, but now, the more I think about it, the less certain I am that I actually heard it. How could I have been paying attention to anything else when the professor was... Oh, my memories of everything else are too fuzzy.
I guess Luke was too shocked to take in his surroundings and notice anything else. I doubt I'll get any more information out of him for now. Yo, chat! I solved the problem. You remember how before in the courtroom, before we went in the courtroom, we saw Gene just for like a small moment? He had a green amulet instead of the purple one because the purple one was used in the magical scepter. The green gem alters people's memories. He just swapped it out as he needed it. But I bet you, Gene, I'm on to your ass, dude. I'm on your ass.
Hold it!
Hold it! And that thing would be... The arm of that shiny jet next to you, Bluey. Poor Professor Layton, more valued now than ever before. And you didn't even notice the scepter on the floor?
You know, I wasn't even looking at the floor.
My eyes were kind of glued to my new source of income.
That is somebody's body part!
I may have looked up at the ceiling since that's where it's pointing. Find this capers, and let me poke it went.
Someone arrest this guy, please! What the hell?
Hold it!
Would you mind translating your song into plain speech?
First of all, let's talk about love. It's a pretty nice, neat slant rhyme for cove. Cove? A cove is slang for a chap, you see. Then we have the word witch and its homophone, witch.
Okay.
We have the delightful consonants of beloved and bewitched. It is ultimately a song about confusion. I'm confused. To be honest, there's nothing more to it. It's merely an artistic expression of my feelings.
So it's got nothing to do with this case.
I am a well of melodious words and poetic music. That is my only claim. Oh dearie me! What could my peerless partner Cracker be thinking about now, I wonder? Perhaps I should sing a song about it.
No, please, that's fine. Why is this bard here? Why?
Hold it!
Is he even here? You haven't said anything about that until just now.
No, that couldn't have been helped.
How so?
Now, everyone, listen. Pencils in hand, be sure to take notes.
That includes you, Chad. Take notes.
Miss Primstone's lesson number 4. Memories are not always pretty. Some things are a bit difficult, and trying to remember them only leads to trouble. This will be on the exam.
That'll be on the exam. You're saying that the victim fell over and his arm broke after the scepter was dropped.
Correct. Well done. And so the contradiction is no more.
Objection!
But that's inconsistent with all of the other previous testimonies! You're quick to forget what I have told you, Sir Blue Knight. The witnesses are not lying. They are merely trying to remember the truth. We must do our utmost to find the truth within what they say. These guys aren't making any sense.
What Inquisitor Barnum said must be true. They've been confused by magic.
Aspella.
We always try to make sense of what we see. So when we see what we see makes no sense, we lose track of what's real.
Guess that makes cross-examination a little pointless, at least when everyone here believes it's so easy to get confused by magic. Well, we need to do something, or else Maya will be done for. I'll listen to the witnesses again and try to find something we can use.
Good luck. Yeah!
Okay, so as far as evidence that we have a golden Layton. His arm has been reattached. That's good. I'm glad to hear it. The Grand Grimoire. I think I need to read the specifics again. It transmutes the closest target within range. Familia. It possesses its physical form. It is completely weightless. Okay. I don't know. Glistening, so I couldn't see much else. The staff was dropped before the statue. Okay, I'm actually gonna use a hint coin. Fuck it, we ball. Wait, shit. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. My bad! Wait, I have to press him again?
Hold it!
Did I miss somebody saying something? Oh, I did. I keep missing people saying something with these. All right, Mr. Drunk Guy. Mr. Amir, you seem to be pondering something very deeply. You caught me unawares, damn lady. Did something in Mr. Birdley's statement catch your attention just now?
No, nothing in particular. I was just thinking. That bard song really got to me. I really feel it in my heart. Really? I appreciate your appreciation of my art. You know, I meant to ask you something. Why don't you become my private bard? You can sing all about the heroic life of Emir Punchin Bog the First. I could gladly sing of your adventures if it pleases you, kind sir. Really? He's hiring a private bard in the middle of a courtroom! What are we doing? Very well, as per your request. Oh, Grand Emir Punchinbog the First, will new fortune quench your thirst? Having bravely filched the golden arm, now you've duped the pawn shop man.
I don't know about that one, bro. Very poetic!
Your drinking manner is quite inspiring, but whatever is that skull bottle hiding? Why is this happening in a courtroom right now? So we've learned nothing useful at all, just that Amir has questionable taste in music. Sometimes it is best not to probe too deeply, Sir Blue Knight. Bro. I have to press him again. What's going on?
Hang on!
What the hell? Why do I have to go through this again? Nothing happened. I didn't see anybody react to anything that was said. I have to go through it again? Bro, what? It still says to press this guy. Okay, maybe it's a different line? Okay, we're gonna go through more then.
Hold it!
Okay, maybe it's a different line. So maybe we just keep going here. Maybe it's something else.
No way!
There it is. Okay. Right.
Hang on!
Wait, she's reacting to the parrot. Okay. May I ask you a question, Miss Primstone?
Do not frighten me so. I feel like a schoolgirl caught napping during class.
Do you have something to say about the testimony that we've been hearing?
Miss Primstone's lesson number 1. Asking questions leads to nothing but trouble. As soon as people learned to speak, they began to get themselves into trouble with silly questions. This will be on the exam. I feel sorry for her pupils having to learn about her gloomy outlook on the world.
Quite frankly, I feel more sorry for us, Espella. Mm-hmm. Carry on.
That's it? No.
Hold it!
This guy has so much. This stupid bard, who I despise.
No way!
Okay, this time, Luke.
Hang on!
Luke, would you like to say something?
I spaced out a bit. What is it, Mr. Wright?
Is there something that you would like to share?
I've been thinking about what Mr. Barnum said a while ago.
What was that?
The humans who witness magic become confused and lose sight of what's real. They end up not knowing what actually happened. Well, I was thinking Mr. Barnum might be right. And then it occurred to me that there might be a way. We do have with us a witness who isn't human. Ugh. Oh, dearie me.
This situation seems oddly familiar.
I asked him earlier if he remembers the events clearly or not. He said he has a memory better than an elephant and remembers everything perfectly well.
So we're utilizing the fact that Luke can understand and talk to animals in a witch's courtroom to solve a court case. This game is on some serious fucking crack.
Mr. Wright, I know it sounds scary, but please let me try. Let me ask Cracker to testify.
Don't forget DL6! I'm stuck now anyway, and the witnesses' testimonies are all over the place. A new testimony would be a wild card, but it might just be the thing to turn this trial on its head. It's a crazy idea, all right? It looks as though you've exhausted all means for a counterattack, Sir Knight in Blue. Is it not the time to drop your sword? If you have no further questions for your witness defender, I will consider your interrogation finished. What will it be then? Are we finished here? I've got 0 time to think it over. Better make a choice now. Should I summon the parrot as a witness? Actually, I think that this game is stupid. I'll pass.
It's totally nuts! I can't let a parrot testify! No one would take it seriously!
Says fucking Phoenix Wright. Oh my god. Oh, the irony. Your Honor, the defense has no more...
Nick! Nick, Luke's giving you a chance. Don't waste it. Aren't you used to grasping every chance there is, no matter how crazy it seems? Luke's eyes look so serious. Why not accept his proposal?
Damn it. Summon a new witness. A new witness? Who do you have in mind? It's a witness you all know by the name of Mr. Cracker. Mr. Cracker? I know of no man by that name. Cracker! The defense summons its new witness, Mr. Cracker, the parrot. A parrot as a witness?
Objection!
This is the witch's court. Joking around will be considered contempt of court. Mr. Cracker witnessed the crime. He saw it happen and he heard it too. He's as valid a witness as the others. That bird is nothing but a pet animal. Referring to it as Mr. will not change that. Humans are confused by magic to the extent that they lose sight of what's real. That's what you yourself said, Inquisitor Zacharias Barnum. Oh, he used his full name. That's like when your parents are really mad at you and they use your full name. That means he's really upset with you.
Objection.
That's really serious shit. Calling me by my full name does not help justify such brash foolishness. The Inquisition is against interrogating a parrot. By the way, kind sirs, I suppose you should know that my dear companion never forgets a sound he hears. He remembers everything he hears, huh?
It's definitely worth asking Crocker to testify.
The witnesses' testimonies do not hold together. In fact, they are erratic as the bard's songs. I cannot see this trial getting any more confusing. Very well. The defense may summon this avian witness.
Can you believe it? What's up with that Mr. Blue Suit summoning a parrot as a witness? Summoning? Does he mean like how he summoned the familiar was summoned? By hook or by crook, I'll do whatever it takes to save Maya. But be it summoning a parrot or a familiar, whatever it takes within the boundaries of law, of course. Is this within the boundaries of law? Is there any law in this world, actually? I don't fucking know. Oh my god. Witness, state your name and... Not so fast. I hardly even know where to begin, but first of all, what's the matter with that boy looking so pleased with himself? He looks like the cat that got the cream. That'd be me, wouldn't it? Don't mind me. Just think of me as a perch for Cracker, that's all. And just what is the purpose of questioning a bird? A parrot may be able to repeat what others say, but it cannot talk.
Objection!
It's precisely because Cracker doesn't talk that in his own words that he's certain to tell us the truth. Cracker remembers every sound he hears, even just the once, with absolute perfection. So let's have him testify exactly what he heard.
And if Cracker can repeat every sound, I'd say that should be a valuable testimony. Witness that cannot talk will not lie either. This idea is much to my liking. What? I wish to know exactly what you heard from the beginning of the incident. Okay. I love the logic in this world. It's very logical, yes.
Objection!
Oh. Wait. Ooh.
Those are sounds of the incident, exactly as Cracker heard them.
Ludicrous! Evidently this is nothing but a farce after all. What do you mean, Inquisitor Barnum? I must admit I found the parrot's testimony quite impressive. Even if that bird can accurately recall the sounds. It is clearly useless when it comes to the order of events. The witch used magic to turn the victim into gold. Then the witnesses arrived. It is reasonable to assume they cried out in terror when they did so. And yet this testimony does not accurately convey such an order of events. It starts with a sudden scream, followed by the door abruptly opening, and then a witness crying out. Next we hear the victim having turned into gold falling down. So far, so reasonable. But the real issue is as follows. The parrot seems to think the witch cast her spell after the witnesses entered. Such a suggestion is inconceivable. The reason is simple. At that time, the victim had already been turned to gold. The parrot's capacity for imitation is excellent. I will concede that its testimony does have some entertainment value. However, this animal's testimony cannot be allowed to stand as proof in this honorable court of law. Hold on. Got some backseating, I think, in the YouTube chat. I'm gonna pin the thing for you guys.
Don't write Cracker off just like that.
Do you now see how foolish you were to summon this parrot as a witness? Not good, Phoenix. Not good at all. Should I really go through with this cross-examination when it feels like everyone in this court is against me? Yeah, of course. Let's go. Let's fucking go. The defense wishes to cross-examine the witness. Are you serious? Did you not hear what I said? Are you choosing to ignore my words? A witness that cannot talk cannot lie. This parrot's testimony is the naked truth. He's simply repeating the sounds as he heard them. It's humans who make assumptions about the meaning of those sounds and arbitrarily decide whether the testimony's good or not. But as Knights of the Court, shouldn't we be striving to uncover the truth to which this parrot holds the key? Very well. Show us the truth that this bird purportedly knows. Interrogate that parrot. Meanwhile, I shall enjoy the show.
Will you do it, Mr. Wright?
What, do you think it's hopeless?
Isabella, come on.
Oh boy. Wait, so I'm gonna be pressing the parrot? Okay.
Hold it!
That's Maya screaming!
I might have let out a tiny scream.
I was so horrified when the professor suddenly turned into gold like that, right before my eyes.
Objection!
What? The accused seems to yearn for the flames so much that she cannot wait to receive her punishment. If she wishes to live any longer, she would be wise to remain silent.
I won't talk again, I promise.
Unfortunately for you, Sir Blue Knight, there is no way you can prove that it was the voice of the accused. You're wrong, Inquisitor. All we need to do is have her voice print analyzed and we'll... Analyze what? A voice print? It's nothing. Just forget what I said. Oh boy, this world's driving me crazy, dude. Well then, you may carry on with the interrogation. All right, slam.
Hold it!
Was that the sound of a door being opened?
La 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 la!
He seems to be saying, don't ask me, mate.
Defender, this is getting us nowhere. Yeah, I could see that myself.
By the way, I was the one who opened the door. I was worried about the professor, so I barged right into the room.
Hold it!
I think we all can agree that this sounds like Miss Primstone, right?
When we entered the room, we all kind of reacted in surprise.
La la la.
But I guess the teacher's voice stifled all the rest.
Miss Primstone is known for her stentorian voice of authority, although allowing her to easily rise above the chatter of unruly children. Her voice would still be ringing in the pupils' ears long after a class had finished. Oh, that takes me back. If only Maya's scream was as easily recognizable. Clang!
Hold it!
The sound of the professor falling over, I guess.
La 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 la!
I guess I better not pursue this one. Go door.
Hold it!
Gondor? That's the magic
Objection.
incantation, isn't it? At this stage, the victim was already on the floor. A transmutation spell had to have been used much earlier. I wonder, Luke, what about you? Did you hear the incantation too?
La 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 la!
I'm sorry, I can't seem to remember. After I saw the professor in that state, my memory of what happened next just isn't clear.
I know this is very painful for you, Luke. Anyhow, the important thing is that incantation. Somehow I get the feeling that there's something odd about it. All right. Next. All right, so we have to go through, and Birdley had something to say about everything in here.
La 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 la!
Let's go. All right, Birdley.
Hang on!
Excuse me, Mr. Birdley.
How may I help you, sir? I've been meaning to ask this before, but why are you still on the witness stand? Are you suggesting I shall leave my dear partner alone with strangers who cannot even sing? The very sight of Cracker causes the finest of songs to effortlessly form in my mind. Stilton cheddar smoked cheese, I think, like my crackers with any of these. That was the Cracker song. It is not crisp and full of flavor. Would you mind remaining quiet for the rest of Cracker's cross-examination? Uh-huh.
Hold it!
Birdley's never gonna shut up for this entire thing.
La 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 la.
La 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 la.
Hang on!
Oh boy. Mr. Birdley, can I ask you something?
So many questions for Birdley the Bard, but most of them I shall disregard. I have felt your keen gaze upon me for a while now. You can't help admiring me, can you?
The statement you heard earlier, was there anything you'd like to comment on?
I wonder if there was. My peerless companion, what do you think? Mr. Wright, he's imitating you perfectly. How adorable.
I can't say that I share your love for the bird, Isabella. I feel like it's mocking me. Oh boy. Clang! I like how Cracker says clang.
La 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 la. Hang on!
Mr. Birdley, can I ask you something? So many questions for Birdley the Bard, but most of them I don't. Oh god, we're so back. Oh, fuck off. Really? I just get a repeat? I want to die right now.
Hold it!
Objection!
I want to die.
La 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 la.
No. Is he gonna say the same thing again?
Why does he do this? What a fucking troll! Why do you do this and say the same thing every time?
Oh fuck, I didn't mean to keep going. Alright, it's gotta be the go door. Okay, it has to be here, somewhere. I'm not quite figuring it out yet, but I will. I will. So... Golden Layton turned into gold through the spell Gold Door. Okay. The wall behind the painting at the crime scene had been painted green. Okay, in the grimoire... Fuck. Fuck. Chat, this isn't looking good. Transmutes the caster target into solid gold. Oh boy. Wait a second. It's the closest target within range. Wait, so if I think about the order of events, maybe I have something there? Or... Oh, fuck me, dude. Dude, I'm nervous. I'm using a hint coin, chat. I'm nervous. I know it's this one, but it'll narrow down. Oh. So it is the... Oh, okay, yes. I thought it was, I was gonna just do the Goldor spell, because yeah, if it's the closest target within range and like with the timing of the events... Man, why did I doubt myself?
Objection!
I knew it. Fuck. I didn't need a hint coin, I had it.
This contradiction is between your so-called desire to find the truth and the fact that you are interrogating a parrot. Bro, it ain't my first time. That's not what I'm talking about, Inquisitor. There's a contradiction here that makes one thing particularly clear. The fact that we have clearly all made a wrong assumption. Can you ask Cracker to repeat the incantation once more?
Goldor! Goldor!
of the gold transmutation spell is Goldor. It would seem to me that the spell we've just heard is in fact a different one entirely.
Objection.
Wait, so we're just taking this parrot's word for that. Okay.
Objection.
Holy shit. Cracker is able to imitate sounds perfectly. The incantation was indeed misheard by only by the people hearing it. The victim was found already in his golden state. That is proof enough that the Goldor spell was used. But you're forgetting that Cracker heard this incantation after that spell had already taken place. Which makes it entirely possible that this Goldor spell was used as well. Another spell besides the gold transmutation magic must also have been used. Get Jean in the courtroom! The green amulet. The parrot is the best witness we have ever had. Actually, that's true and I hate it.
Objection!
And foolishness, this is absurd! As convenient as it would be for you, there is no way that a spell by the name of Goldor exists!
Oh, Mr. Wright. I found it, the page.
Is it green? Is it green?
It exists.
Is it green?
Goldor creates a portal on two sides of the green color walls. The portal will disappear after 5 minutes.
Green. Jean! Jean, you fucked up now! You fucked up now! You're a witch! You're a witch!
Aren't you a lucky man? It appears even the Grand Grimoire is on your side. However, there is a fatal flaw in your explanation. This is getting good. It really is quite simple. Think back to how the alchemist study looked at the time of the incident. Do you remember any green walls?
Persona 6 is the witch! Oh my god, the green paint bucket. It comes back to haunt us all. It was impossible to use Goldor in that room. Yeah, we know this one. The walls are a shade of white.
Your theory was interesting, Sir Knight in Blue, but has proven to be nothing more than that, a mere wild guess. As long as you cannot prove that this Goldor spell was used, your little theory shall be considered no further.
Let me ask you now. Do you have any proof that you could show us? Proof that it was feasible for the... Yes, we do. Okay, whatever. I'm kind of like skipping all this because it's a very obvious one.
Naturally, I have proof.
All right, the defense wishes to present evidence. Very obvious evidence. Present the proof. Okay.
Take that!
There was one spot which is green. I noticed it when investigating the crime scene. You may recall that there was a small painting behind the desk, and for some reason the wall behind it was painted green. I recall seeing that painting myself too, so if we look at this floor plan, it was around here.
Mr. Wright, I'll mark it on the floor plan.
It's been bothering me since I saw it, but now it's clear what it was. A portal opened behind that painting. Oh. All right, Chuck.
Objection!
You're certainly persistent. You just want a portal to be there so much, don't you?
The wall behind the painting was green, and that's a fact. Incidentally, I remember the painting well. It was a small landscape. Yeah?
About the size of, say, an open grand grimoire. A small, adorable picture. Even if the portal had opened in that small patch of green, no person would be able to pass through it. In fact, they'd just be able just about be able to put their arm through at most. So, will you please explain how a witch could possibly have escaped through a portal this small?
He's right, Mr. Wright. No one could have gotten through the portal that small.
Have you anything to say, or are you so crushed by the realization of your mistake that words fail you? The portal was too small for a person. It doesn't require much thinking to figure that out. But that aside, a very obvious question remains. If it wasn't a human, then what could have passed through that portal? What an interesting spin on things. Why don't you answer your own question? You talk as if you know everything, so please enlighten us. A small portal was open in the wall at the crime scene, and I have all the clues as to what that could mean. What went through the portal was... the witch, a small animal, something else. No human could pass through a portal that small. Even a witch couldn't have pulled that off. I haven't been finished, Inquisitor. The fact remains that something else could have passed through that portal. The portal was created after the professor had been turned into gold. The witch had a good reason behind that. She must have had to move something through that portal. The scepter. The scepter.
Take that!
Considering the state of the crime scene, there is just one possible answer, and that is the Talia Magica. No! Oh my god, wait. I just realized that is a fatal flaw in this game. There is no... I can't, like, show my badge. I can't show off Phoenix's badge. It doesn't feel like an Ace Attorney game without that. That's very true. The Talia Magica was found at the crime scene. A portal had nothing to do with it. Inquisition Barnum, you're making the wrong assumption. The witch wasn't trying to remove evidence from the crime scene. She wanted to plant it. She threw the witch's scepter into the room through that portal. You crazy theories. Do you even realize what you're saying? If she threw the stuff into the room, that means... Exactly. She did it to deceive us. Her goal was to make us draw the wrong conclusion. When the incident took place, the witch herself wasn't in that room. She cast the spell from outside. Order! And that's the case. And that's not all. There's even more proof that the staff was thrown into the room from the outside. That proof is none other than Professor Layton's previously severed arm. None of the witnesses have testified that they saw the witch's scepter. However, a few of them claimed to have heard it rattling across the floor. Please take a look at this floor plan. Since the arm was standing upright here, we know that the defendant couldn't have been the one to have dropped the scepter. Now, think about it. Where would you need to drop the scepter from in order for it to end up here? The scepter could only have come from a small portal created by the spell of Godor. Ah, shit. Ah, shit. It's the only thing that explains all the contradictions we run into. Get Jean in this courtroom right now. Get that bitch in this courtroom right now. Wait. Guys, I cracked the code. Jean Grayl. Girl. Girly lur.
girly pop. One could just say he's a girly pop witch. This line of assertion is futile. There is a glaring contradiction in your words. This is the oh my god, bro. No, we already know what happened here. Yeah. You could swap the stones out. And the portal closes after 5 minutes, so you do the spell, swap the stone, throw it in, the spell will automatically close. Come on. You can't write off all the evidence supporting my theory as mere coincidence. Why must your agreement always be followed by a but? What I'm getting at is this Talia Magica is not genuine. Wait, what? I don't believe you. The one responsible for this deception is the real culprit of the crime. Enough of this suspense. It's too much for a man of my age. The defense shall reveal what is meant by this so-called deception. I mean, the purple one? Or is it painted? I doubt it, but sure.
Got it.
I want to clarify one thing. Can we be certain that the Talia Magica in question is authentic? Without doubt. The metal rod in its center is called the Spina Magica. The witch's mark on its tip is clearly visible and highly detailed. It is impossible to forge even by the finest craftsmen in all of Labyrinthia. I can guarantee you its authenticity. That leaves us with only one possibility. The forgery in question is the Familia Magic Gem. No, I don't think it is.
Objection!
Gene just swapped it out. It was in his necklace. No?
Objection!
Only witches can use the power of these magic gems, can't they? So tell me, how can you know whether a magic gem is the real thing or not? We know for certain that the spell Goldor was used. It is undoubtedly not forged. But what about Familia? Did anyone actually see a familiar at the crime scene? 3 months ago, when an investigation was carried out into Sir Belduke's death, the results yielded the following conclusion. The spell Familia had been used to summon a familiar, which in turn carried out the murder. Yeah, seems like a good cover-up. The witch used exactly that to her advantage. Another similar incident at the same crime scene. Don't you think that would be the perfect opportunity for the witch to frame the defendant for her crimes? The defendant would be blamed for both the professor and Sir Belduke's deaths, and she'd be taken for the real witch. That was the real culprit's objective. Jean! About the way to test whether or not a magic gem is genuine. Can we test it, my lord? It's very simple. A genuine magic gem is composed of a mineral with a density lower than that of pure water. All you need to do is see if the magic gem floats in the water. That is simple indeed. All non-magical minerals in our world, with the exception of sepiolite and a few other special kinds, sink in water. These eerily sparkling magic gems, however, will never sink when put into water. Bailiff, remove this magic gem for immediate examination. What's up with this trial? This is not how it was supposed to be. It's all right, darling. Don't cry. You'll get to see a witch burn today, so Barnum never disappoints. Hush now. There. I don't want to see someone burn alive. That's so unpleasant. What's wrong with people? If your theory is correct, this could be the biggest occult crime in history. Another important question remains. I wonder if you can answer. Who is this supposed real witch that threw the magicka through the portal? The real witch, there's only one person that comes to mind. I still find it hard to believe, but it's the only possibility. Once I indict her, there will be no turning back. Knowing the consequences, should I give them her name? Yes. In Labyrinthia, witches are punished by fire.
I know you think that's going too far, but even in a world that seems so insane to you, those who take the lives of others must be punished. That's universal law, isn't it? The witch turned the professor into a golden statue, and that's not all. She took the life of the alchemist too, and now she's trying to pin the whole thing on Maya. I can't let her keep getting away with that. Defense, let us hear your theory. Who is this witch responsible for using Godor and then throwing the scepter through the door?
Take that!
When you've eliminated the impossible, what remains, however improbable, must be true. There's only one logical possibility, and it has to be that person. Jean Grail! Isn't that the butler who served Sir Belduke? That's correct.
Objection!
What's this about? You seem to love rolling out these ridiculous suggestions, but you ignore the obvious. Jean Grail as male. Inquisitor Barnum, tell me one thing. Is it only females who can be witches? Are you daft? Of course it's only females. Who said that? Never in the history of the court has there ever been a male witch. You're so utterly ignorant. You should be ashamed of yourself. Alright, well, I'd like to ask another question. Is Jean Grail really a male? What a ludicrous question. The defense is certain that Jean Grail is the witch responsible for using magic on Professor Layton. Get him!
Objection!
Will you stop fooling around? This is a groundless accusation.
Objection!
Groundless, you say? I'm afraid that's where you're wrong. At the time of the crime, Jean Grail was in the room next to the alchemist's study, and one of the walls in that very room was painted green. That green wall was the one adjacent to Sir Belduke's study. Inquisitor Barnum, quickly have the butler summoned to the court. Have Jean Grail brought here immediately. Certainly, my lord, it shall be done. Uh-oh. Are they gonna end it there?
There is no need for that. I am here. I shall come down right away.
He took off his necklace. He took off his necklace, chat. Or she, whatever the fuck you are. I don't fucking care. But you took off your necklace. It was there at the beginning of the trial. I saw you.
Ah, it's you.
Well then, Mr. Wright, shall we begin?
You took it off, bitch. I think we need a bit of time to take it in. We shall take a brief intermission. Inquisition, defense, sharpen your swords and wits to prepare yourselves for the next stage of this battle. Yes, Your Honor. It shall be done, my lord. By the time we resume, the examination into the magic gem should have ended as well. Now the court is adjourned for a brief intermission. An intermission? Oh no. What do I do? Do I keep going, chat? There's a part of me that actually wants to end early today, but fuck. It's kind of hard to stop in the middle of a trial. Like, once I go, it could go like 2 or 3 hours. This could be a while. I want to like lock the fuck in and do like the whole thing, you know? Case is really good. I'm surprised at all the cases so far in the game. Even the first like beginning trial one was really good. Fuck, this game is like full of bangers. So like, okay, so if I do this now, I lock in for like 2 to 3 hours, and I will be completely honest, I'm very exhausted. Yesterday I recorded for 6 hours, and that was a lot. So I am a bit winded from yesterday. I feel like, chat, that I would have a better time doing this tomorrow. I feel like it would be a more fun stream if I do the second part of the trial tomorrow. I'm sorry, y'all. I know I should try to take care of myself here. So we'll end it there. Yeah. Well, I count the 2 hours of stream that I had. Oh no, look at him. Look at him back there, no. But yeah, I've been recording a lot of extra content, so fuck. But yes, I'm sorry to cut this stream a little bit short, but I'd rather be like fully committed to the next bit of this. So yeah, tomorrow we will continue, and I'll try to do a little bit longer tomorrow since I do want to finish this game before the end of next week. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for all the support. I really appreciate it. No, I really appreciate you guys watching. You guys are freaking awesome. Thank you. And yeah, we'll continue tomorrow. All right, bye everybody. Don't be stupid, and thank you for watching little stream today. Bye.